atheism will be identified for what it really is: religion. Atheists will tell you that atheism is not a worldview.
Because it isn't. Lack of belief reduces the possible worldviews, but it doesn't imply any specific one.
Now, lurking beneath this urgency that you and I understand that atheism is not a worldview is a fear that atheism will be identified for what it really is: a belief/religion.
To consider atheism a religion, thus a belief concerning cause, nature, and purpose of the universe, means to attribute ideas into it which it does not have.
Moreover, this claim is dishonest because regardless of what they may say, their lack of belief in a God informs them of their view of the world. In short, their worldview.
Well, let's see which attributes this atheism of yours ought to offer. First, the world is round, except you can believe in a flat earth without believing in a God. Second, there is no afterlife, except maybe the reincarnation of the Buddhist. Third, we evolved from monocellular organisms, except we could just as well be an alien experiment. Seeing all these exceptions, I am afraid that atheism does not yet fit the definition of a worldview.
Now, I'm simply not going to accept all this white noise in regard to this atheistic claim. In fact, atheists have an alternative explanation for every explanation that theists hold.
You can even broaden that. Every person has a favorite explanation of how the world works. However, the source of an atheist worldview is not the lack of belief in a deity. Just the same way as believing in a God does not give me any data about who you really are or what you really believe in. A theist is also a Christian, a Muslim, or whatever. Without a dogma behind it, the belief in a God does not give me your worldview.
For example, atheists believe that matter ultimately precedes mind.
I am an atheist, and I would even fit the naturalist branch that you actually try to argue against. But I disagree with pretty much everything you say. I guess it would be futile to go through all of your assumptions and correct them, because the point is that such ideas are not bound to atheism. But you really pissed me off!
Matter ultimately precedes mind.
Matter does not precede mind because mind does not exist. It's a word we use to describe thought process within our brains.
Moreover, atheists believe that all the design that we see in life and the universe is just the coincidental appearance of design and, well, nothing more at all.
There is no bloody design in the universe. It is as random as physical as it to get. You look at the gigantic number of exploding stars, of which we don't yet understand enough to get any sort of conclusion, and you just say, it's designed.
Furthermore, atheists believe that human existence and consciousness ends at death.
Existence doesn't just end. Your brain may be dead, but it's still there. It's not like it just disappears. And what is that consciousness we were all about?
Now, atheists also know some things. They know that the supernatural is not existent because naturalism is the only true reality.
And yes, we make knowledge claims. We claim that we know that we have no proper understanding of origin of life or the universe. We mark the topic as unknown on our to-do list. So, you were saying?
Now, as far as the atheist is concerned, anybody can believe what they want to believe as long as their beliefs don't contradict the cherished list of axioms that the atheist happen to hold.
You are free to believe in whatever you like. As long as you keep it for yourself, no one will care. But the moment you make it public, or even demand that it ought to be respected, you allow everyone who agrees or disagrees with you to voice their opinion, or question your belief from mildly polite to disintegratingly harsh.
Many atheists refer to the authority of the scientific method as the best way of acquiring knowledge. But the inherent problem in the scientific method is that it's impossible to remove the presuppositions held by those scientists that have presupposed views of the world.
The good thing about science is not necessarily that it gets the stuff right, especially not at the first attempt, but that it has a very sophisticated self-correcting mechanism. You come up with an idea, you test it, other scientists from your field review it, retest it, try their best to prove you wrong, and if they fail, your assumption will turn into a solid theory.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the atheist only has a lack of belief in a God. There's nothing else to it. There is no worldview. There are no knowledge claims. And I'm the President of the United States.
Atheism is worldview and I am the Pope. Have a nice evening. You're free. Yeah, that's not accent. You're free to believe.
You're not helping.
Jesus!